Yeah, so many. I mean, everybody in this tournament is talented.
Oh, it's
either way, whether it comes to
unbelievable.
competitive or creative. And I mean, I think this is it, right? Are they going at it right here?
I think they're about to go down. Are you watching our group stream right now?
Oh no, we're on BH Psycho right now.
BH Psycho, let me pull it up. Missed that one, pulling it up. Thank you, Mo.
Who won it?
1-0, okay.
Okay.
Sway 1-0. Okay. Thank you, Mo. And that's Mo, by the way. Works for Team Kangarna.
Yep.
Great guy. He's helping us out tonight. Yeah. So it looks like Psycho. Are they in the second match right now?
Yeah, I think this is the second fight here. Sway is up 1-0.
Can you imagine what Psycho's feeling right now? And he's actually maintaining high ground against FaZe Sway. That's a very difficult thing to do, and it looks like he might have just lost it there. So we're going to see how he plays the low ground against the FaZe Sway, who has the bounty on his head if you guys are just tuning in. Again, if you can take down Sway, you get $500. He pulls the side jump and a shotgun, but Sway is right there to return some damage, possibly not as much damage. So we're at 113 health for Psycho. Sway, is he not streaming this then?
He is not. So,
all right, so
Sway told me, I asked him, are you going to stream this? He said, no, absolutely not. I will not put up with any controller delay. I will not put up with any stream crap. I want to win. So he is purely focused on taking this tournament, guys. I'm telling you, I don't think anybody prepared like him and Clicks. We mentioned it earlier. They spent 4 hours warming up together in preparation for this tournament. They want to win. So it looks like Psycho actually has high ground here, though.
Oh, he does, and he's actually been able to maintain it for a while. Yep, and now they're. But Sway has a title, and he's got to defend this title. I mean, he is known as the 1v1 guy, and you'll see Sway. So Sway, if you're watching the Psycho stream, Sway is actually boosting forward off those ramps. You'll see a lot of players do that today to kind of close ground. Again, it's just another high level, high tier play. Most pro players try to pull off. It's very difficult to pull off, but it's good at closing ground when you're trying to get to your opponent and finish off a kill. 80 damage goes down. Psycho hits Sway for 80 damage headshot. Wow. So he has an advantage. I don't know what Sway's at right now. Again, he's not streaming, but he can't have much health at all.
Low, yeah, very low.
See, this is where Psycho, he's missing, as good as he is at building, he's missing some of those windows. He misses a shotgun shot there. So there are a couple minor mistakes. I can't imagine what Psycho will look like once he figures out some of these kinks and realizes that he can shoot through some of these windows with his shotgun.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you know, it's a situation where it is live and learn, and Psycho is going to be invited back to more of these, no doubt about it. I mean, taking out FaZe Dubs in the first round, there's no way I don't invite him back next week. He proved himself, and I'm going to give him more opportunities to do so, even if he loses to Sway here.
So it looks like he missed another shotgun shot. I don't think I saw a damage indicator come off of that. Yeah. He does take low ground, but that's all right. He is very talented from low ground, as we saw with him and Dubs. Like there's usually you are good at high ground or you are good at low ground, but it looks like he's so well balanced in between both of them.
Yeah.
It looks like even Sway is afraid to peek now because he keeps taking so much damage. And Sway at this point, being that at the health that he must be at right now after taking so many shotgun shots, he's got to be really low. And it looks like they went to hide again, so they're going to have to reset. And that's going to happen a lot. You know, a lot of it is getting high ground. So eventually you're going to hit height and restart real quick. Luckily, they're fast at it. We don't have to wait too long. But I mean, we're talking about some talented guys, and we have BH Psycho. If you guys are just tuning in, BH Psycho is somewhat unknown to most of the people in the Fortnite community. Is taking
very unknown
play and winning. And it's unbelievable to see.
So I believe the score is 2-1 right now. Ooh, Sway actually picks up a nice shot there, and now we're on an even playing field here. Both players very low. I do believe Sway's at the advantage here because he's been able to hold the high ground on these last few fights. We'll see what happens. Sway to go for a little quick shot there, but did miss it.
Is Sway up 2-1 or is Psycho winning?
I think Sway's up 2-1.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
or it might be 1-0.
That makes sense just because Sway is so good. He gets him down to 28 health. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, one shot away, but I believe Sway is one shot away as well.
It seems to be 1-0 for Sway right now.
1-0 for Sway. Okay. So we'll see if Psycho can tie it up right now. Great second match. I can't imagine what the first match looked like where Psycho, he had to have some pregame jitters, especially. I use the word starstruck just because going against the FaZe Sway, you have to be a little bit nervous unless Psycho is just one of those kind of stone cold like mentality type people where nothing can shake him, and he's been waiting for this fight his whole life. You never know what kind of person we're dealing with here.
And a lot of people say, you know, about Sway, like, he lives in creative. If anybody talks about Sway in 1v1s, they'll say, oh, yeah, that's all he does. Maybe that's all that BH Psycho does as well, because we didn't see him in the World Cup. You know, I don't know how he performed. Maybe he is just, you know, 24/7 in creative, and that's what a lot of people do, and that's how a lot of, like, YouTube careers have been made. As we mentioned, FaZe Sway, Ghost X, Shaw, all those guys, that little community from Chronic, they started out in creative, and that's how they got really popular. So maybe it's the same case here. He does have high ground now. He was able to sneak up there. He's at 28 HP. I know Sway is really low as well. This could be his moment to tie it up, or he could go down 0-2.
Now, isn't that insane that creative in Playground has opened the door to so many players? So we have the original, right? Fortnite came out as a PvE game, player versus everyone game. And it was a fun game. Then we had Battle Royale come out, and of course, exploded people in their careers, as you were talking about. And now we have creative and Playground, which I believe, and a lot of people believe, is the future of Fortnite. And here we see it. Even though Sway didn't make the World Cup, I mean, you could see, and anyone would say he's one of the best players in the entire game. So it looks like, I mean, Psycho is hanging right there with him. Again, it's 1-0 if you guys are just tuning in. Psycho is down just one match. It's best of 10, or excuse me, best of 10. So first player to hit 6 wins is the winner. If it does end up being a tie, you have to win by 2.
Yep. So it's crazy, man. Psycho really making a name for himself here. And as you said, there's so many opportunities in Fortnite, you know? You can become famous and make so much money from being a creative player. We actually had 2 players on Congarna playing creative, and you guys won't even believe this. They took home like $100 grand each for playing prop hunt, which is absolutely insane. And that's just a huge shout out to Epic Games. I know there's a lot of issues going on. I talk about it a lot on my channel. You talk about it a lot on your channel.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
and
do.
All the drama. But, you know, they do really have provided a lot of players a great opportunity to, you know, make a name for themselves and make an actual living at such a young age, which is so cool. And I do really respect them for that.
It's true. It's true. Epic, you know, just like any company, every company makes mistakes, and that's it. And we will hold companies accountable. We do see the potential that Fortnite has, but Epic does make a lot of good decisions. Playground and creative. Being one of them. And as we see, you know, custom matches will grow and stuff like that, and everybody has their opinion about custom matches as well. But as we branch off into these other things besides just the regular Fortnite battle royale game, you know, you never know, these custom games and stuff that are coming out. That's what keeps Minecraft alive, and I think that's what'll keep the longevity of Fortnite going forever.
So yeah, both players here super low. I know they're both around 1 shot. Sway maintaining the high ground. Ooh, Psycho catches himself. That's something we saw in the Clicks and X match where X was just dropping. He's not able to catch himself. Psycho catches himself every time, and that's crucial in these 1v1s, you know? You don't want to reset and frustrate the other player and frustrate yourself so much. So being able to catch yourself, there's just so many little things when it comes to these. And ooh, there it is, catches himself again.
He is able to catch himself, you know, and as you said with Ghost X, we saw this in the first game against Clicks. And you know, I can't help but think that X wishes he could have a couple of those games back, no doubt about it. But here we have Psycho at 28 health, right? And Sway continues to dominate at high ground. As you guys know with Sway, he is the best at retaking high ground. He literally makes entire videos and streams teaching us how to retake high ground the way he does. But he is clinging to Psycho everywhere he goes. He will not let Psycho
really good at following him.
So Psycho, it looks like he's going to have to win this from low ground, because I don't know if he'll be able to retake it. He has a couple times, and there goes the damage right there. FaZe Sway is able to take him down. Just need a 1 shotgun shot, and there it is, 2-0 right now. Sway is up on Psycho, but what a good match this has been so far.
Crazy. It's so, I know like it's kind of drawn out, but it's really intense. Every move is super important for these players. You make one mistake and leave yourself open, boom, you're dead, especially there when they're 1 shot. And quick update, guys, so BH Psycho is down 0-2 here against FaZe Sway, and in other matchups, we do have Clicks up 4-2 against Ghost Twifo, so that would move him on to the semifinals if he's able to take that. And it does seem like, you know, Click's dominating his side of the bracket and Sway's dominating his side. And Sway does get a quick shot there on Psycho, but Psycho looks to have the high ground right now. Can he maintain it, though? Oh, and he misses the opportunity. We talked about that already.
Window. Psycho's got to figure out how to land those shotgun shots in those tiny windows. He's had so many opportunities. Like if you look at just last match where he was down to 28 health, FaZe Sway had to be really low himself. I mean, I could see if he lands these shotgun shots in these small windows, like a player like Clicks will do, then he's going to win a lot of these fights. He drops down just a little bit. Sway is still on the high ground again. It was a good matchup for a little bit. He retakes the high ground against Sway, but Sway just tracks him through the builds, is able to shoot him right in the back, 105 damage. What we haven't seen a lot of, he gives 20 plus damage goes down on Sway. What we haven't seen a lot of is these 1-by-1 box fights. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, no, it just seems like a edit out and build, you know? Everybody's trying to build and take the high ground. I do feel like maybe we're just watching a lot of the creative players, and that's kind of like their mindset and how they play. Maybe if we watch somebody like, you know, Ghost Twifo and Clicks, they're probably playing some more box fights, you know, Zexro. I know a lot of them love to do that. So I think it's kind of just a difference in play style and what you really like are good at. And a lot of those pro players, they're really good at those box fights because that's what you do. You box fight a lot in those battle royale games, where in creative, you kind of just build until you get the high ground.
You just build. You edit, you build, and you crank some 90s, and that's what creative comes down to. We go to height again. We've got Psycho sitting at 39 health. Again, FaZe Sway, if you guys are just tuning in, FaZe Sway is not streaming right now, so we don't have a lot of information on how much health he has right now. But we're following FaZe Sway. Just really wanted to concentrate, even though he pulls, you know, to what, 20, 30, 40,000 viewers, I'd say on average on YouTube. You guys can check him out there when he is live. Tonight he is not live, so we'll go ahead and see. I mean, he's got to be pretty low, but definitely not as low as Psycho sitting at 39 health right now.
So I'm hearing right now that Clicks did take out Ghost Twifo 6-2, so he will be moving on to the semifinals, and he's already earned himself $200.
Unbelievable.
You know, not a bad day. Ghost Twifo, he played what, for about an hour it's been? He won $100. That's not a bad taking, right?
Yep. When you play for an hour or two on an evening where you got nothing else going on, you can definitely win a couple $100, especially if you can beat FaZe Sway and get $500. I mean, this is unbelievable. And we'll see, you know, as Wednesday Wagers gets bigger and bigger and bigger, maybe some sponsorships pick it up. We'll see if things can grow. It looks like Sway goes up 3-0. Psycho is putting up such a good fight here, but Sway is just that little tiny bit better.
Yeah. So 3-0 there now, I believe that is, right? Or is that 4-0?
Yeah, I think that's 3-0 right now. I could be wrong. They're starting immediately going on another. It looks like Psycho. Oh, never mind. I guess Sway wasn't ready, either that, or sometimes builds don't get reset when you end up running into an old build. So you'll see some of these resets a lot. If you guys aren't familiar, you can see it here. Yeah, sometimes they just don't disconnect in time. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they're both at 200. I believe it's 3-0. We'll get some information on that.
3-0. That's what everybody's saying in the chat. So we'll go with that for now. Yeah, so 3-0 here for Sway, and he does get a quick shot there. And it does seem as this match goes on, Sway starts to land more of these pop shots, and Psycho kind of not really knowing what's going on. And Sway is dominating at this point, but he does find himself in the high ground here. Can he get a shot off? There we go. That's what Psycho needs to do better at. Oh, man.
Leaves a small window open, though, and gets it delivered right back. That's the thing. You see a lot of these players in 1v1s. You'll see where those small windows are where they do the most damage, because players can build. You can see Psycho is really good at building, and he can maintain high ground against Sway. But the thing is, can you land damage in those little tiny windows when you're dealing with SMGs and combat shotguns?
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, there is your choice of weapons. So you can either use a combat or a pump, and also an AR or an SMG. Those are the main rules right now. Obviously, as time goes on, we will figure out, you know, what rules players like. And a quick engagement coming out there. And Sway taking out Psycho, putting himself up 4-0. Now, Denver, put this into perspective real quick. We just watched Psycho upset FaZe Dubs 5-4 in a thriller of a match. Absolutely incredible. But then Sway comes out of nowhere and is now up 4-0 against Psycho, and about to make it a 5-0 because he just got 70 damage dealt on him. And it looks like he's going to take this. No, Psycho does deliver another shot, so it's not completely over yet. But the difference in skill and matchups here, Sway absolutely dominating the competition today.
Unbelievable. We picked the right person to have the bounty on. I'm just going to say that. So Dubs, I mean, Dubs losing. He was actually even down 5-2 at one point against Psycho. So that just shows you how good Psycho is. And for you guys who don't know how good Dubs is, I mean, he's world-class talent, right? So for Psycho to come in 5-2, looks like Psycho goes down again. And something I brought up a while back, and I want to go back to it, is the mental game, right? So Psycho hasn't had the experience. Dubs has. Dubs went down 5-2. He's able to come back 5-4, even though he still lost. It's all about staying in the mental game. I think Psycho is just possibly a little bit on tilt. He would know better than I would, and I don't know Psycho very well, but it's very easy to get on tilt. As you guys know, any Fortnite players, we all know it comes down to, can you stay in the game mentally? So we'll see, but Psycho is leaving a lot of windows open, and Sway is just, him and Clicks are the best at finding those little windows and dealing damage as quick as possible while still maintaining high ground.
Yeah. And hell, man, Psycho in such a tough situation, down 5-0, just getting rushed here by Sway, and Sway closes it out. 6